Can you close the closet door?
Ross here!
WTF! WTF!
I'm Ross from Cultaholic.com, you're my sexual wank pheasants, and welcome to all of the WTF moments from last night's WWE Raw. Now, I know here at Cultaholic, we try to be positive about professional wrestling, but sometimes you just have to call a spade a spade. And if last night's Raw was a spade, it was a really bad spade. If it tried to pick up any dirt, it would just drop it all. It was a really piss-poor episode, and just a bunch of WWE superstars chilling out on top of ladders, as you do. No. Who does that? Who thinks this looks good? It's so natural and cringy. I think I'm watching an early episode of the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast, but believe me, they're bloody good now. Made a grave mistake, Corey. We've never kicked off an episode of Monday Night Raw like this, claims Corey Graves, and Corey Graves you have, which is the worst thing about all of this. Somebody didn't realise how stupid this looked the first time round, so somehow it happened once again. I'll fight you, Corey. Call me tomorrow, Corey. I still love you. And you're probably wondering why these WWE superstars were atop some random ladders at the start of last night's show, and let me tell you why. They were up on top of those ladders just so they could say to one another, no, I'm going to win Money in the Bank. No, I'm going to win Money in the Bank. No, you can't win because I'm going to win. No, my dad's hotter than your dad. It was great, compelling viewing. Now, if I wanted to see verbiage like this, I would take my sorry arse to a discreet location outside of a first school playground, pitch up a tent, get my binoculars there, have a lovely picnic, and just watch some kids. Hey, now with Kurt Angle's track record of producing offspring, you need to be really careful with your phrasing there, or you might end up with an eyeful. So Kurt Angle comes out and says the Money in the Bank ladder match is the most grueling match in the history of WWE. He claims it's going to test our WWE superstars physically, mentally and emotionally, and I'm just sat there asking myself, how the hell do you know, Kurt? You were never in one. Now, this is an especially weird thing for Kurt Angle to say when you remember he was inside Hell in a Cell with 5 other men. He did an Iron Man match with Brock Lesnar on SmackDown, and worst but not least, he had to share a ring with an angry pair of ladyballs at WrestleMania. And now we move on to the wolf-shaped elephant in the room, Baron Corbin's hair, and I am upset. So upset, in fact, that when he walked out on last night's show, I looked a bit like this.
NANI?
Now about Baron Corbin's lovely flowing deceased locks, I have to ask why he got rid of them. I love the fact that a heel had a haircut that would rile people up just at the sight of him. Why would a heel like Baron Corbin not want a head of hair that would make people angry without him having to do anything? Secondly, why did he not lose the hair in a hair versus hair match that first of all would make him look like a dick, which is what you want when you're a heel, and secondly would have made him bare cash dollar, because in those type of matches you make bare cash dollar. And thirdly, he's gone and murdered one of the finest chants you've ever heard in the history of professional wrestling. 3 hairs on his head, scalp remains still gleaming, still looks proper sexy, doesn't he, lone wolf? Ding dong. However, while we're still talking about Baron Corbin's look, we have to ask ourselves why he was out there on Raw last night dressed as a bloody waiter. Although, if Baron Corbin was actually a waiter and he had to recommend a chef's dish, I reckon he would recommend the bolognese, because it rhymes with end of days. Mr. Commissioner, rest in peace, Alexa. You simply do not address somebody with Lady Balls' title and live to tell the tale. I know, Alexa, you agree with me that while Stephanie McMahon is a living, breathing thing, Baron Corbin cannot be the biggest constable on WWE Raw, but that thing you did there is a thing you never ever do. Rest in peace and enjoy hell. Question for Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, if you're so desperate to please Stephanie McMahon and tickle those Lady Balls and bring back the Money in the Bank briefcase 2 Monday nights, why on earth are you booking the representatives from the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches in fatal 4-ways where they will kill each other? Just a thought. Braun makes you yawn? Why on earth are you watching grooming products, you numpty? You can't possibly mean Braun Strowman, man. He's the only thing they put any effort into on Monday Night Raw these days. I've heard of watching paint dry, but watching Braun grooming products, that's different gravy. Hang on a second. So Alexa's out there for the opening promo on top of the ladder. As we go to break, we come back, and then she's making another entrance down to the ring. Now, I don't think this is a heel just being difficult to get the attention in the spotlight she craves. I reckon that Alexa Bliss did a Jason Punchin when Jason Punchin needed a poo. She went for a poo. She went for a poo. That's Alexa Bliss. She went for a poo. I'm 25 years old. Natalya's got really bad memory loss, pass it on. Why on earth is the bandage on the outside of her gear, I ask? Now I get it, some numpties out there need a visual cue as to see, oh, she's injured here, there's a bandage, she's very much injured, never forget that. But think about it logically, it's like she got dressed, thought to herself, bloody hell, I'm supposed to be injured, and she just called a doctor in to hide that raggedy thing on because she couldn't be asked to be undressed again. Either that, or WWE hired Dr. Nick because the real doctor was having his pants pulled down in court last week. Maggle, 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 maggle. Every one of these women believe they can win on Sunday, screamed Michael Cole, and I'm here to say no, Michael, you don't bloody say. I reckon they would rock up the Money in the Bank thinking, I've got no bloody chance.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
So while the replays were showing of Ember Moon and Sasha Banks playing the parts of Dodgem cars, Jonathan Coachman says something along the lines of, if you think these ladies were going to take the night off 6 nights before a massive Money in the Bank ladder match, you're bloody mistaken. Corey Graves then has to stick his beak in by saying, why would they do that, coach? This is WWE, competition, momentum, bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. I'll tell you why, Corey. It's because they're 6 nights away from a life-changing match, and second of all, momentum is a myth. I'll fight you, Corey. Call me tomorrow, Corey. I still love you.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Here's a direct quote from Corey Graves. Bliss is throwing right hands and dropping everybody. She threw 2, pal, and they were both on Ember Moon. Sasha Banks and Natalya didn't get those hands, so that statement is a lie. And speaking of right hands, I'll fight you, Corey. I'll call you tomorrow, Corey. I still love you. And next up we have Michael Cole mentioning how Natalya has the experience advantage in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match on Sunday because she was in both of the matches last year. Both? They're actually referencing the fact they messed up the first one and had to redo it. This doesn't normally happen. What's going on? I think you need to grab 2 of each animal and head for the bloody border.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh, time to run away, the end is nigh, nigh.
Jonathan Coachman, did you have to channel your inner Jerry Lawler? It's 2018, for Christ's sake, we've moved on. That's a facial, Coach said after Natalya planted Sasha Banks' face into the mat, and not only that, he had to say it twice because we didn't quite hear him the first time. Good. Oh goodness me, way to give people what they want, WWE, in a way of hyping Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank on Sunday. 6 nights before, on WWE Raw, we got Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns. Or so we thought. But taking our minds back to when this match was announced, you simply cannot have too much of a good thing, can you, WWE? Honestly, I think it's just time we stop getting upset and caring about really weird booking decisions like this. WWE are getting billions and billions of dollars over the next 5 years, no matter what. They don't have to put any effort into anything, so bollocks like this, or so we thought, is going to happen time and time again. Let's just sit back, stop caring, and just watch the bollocks they put on, because no matter what we say, it doesn't matter. They're going to get the money anyway. And next up we have Jonathan Coachman claiming the fashion police are going to give him an A+ for something. Coachman, the police, not bloody teachers.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
What happened to Breeze's face? Corey Graves says. Michael Cole replies he's grown a beard, and with Prince Harry levels of density, I have to add. And then Corey Graves replies, why? I'll fight you, Corey. So as we found out last night, Jonathan Coachman's groundbreaking name for the tandem of Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre is the D&D train, because everybody loves the D. My sentiments exactly, but we all know it's that old pimp-looking do that. So after forcing the entire WWE Universe to turn off Monday Night Raw by announcing Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns 6 days before Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns, WWE, those cheeky little scamps, pulled a massive swerve with Sunil Singh facing the big dog instead of Jinder. What was the point? Every single person watching Raw presumably turned off the show by this point because they thought they were going to get something they didn't even want in the first place. Twice. Why not just call a spade WWE and announce that Sunil Singh is taking on Roman Reigns, and that's the match we're getting? If anything, this decision painted Jinder Mahal to be an even bigger babyface than he's been painted in recent weeks, because he took away something the fans didn't want. Hang on a second there, Michael. If Jinder Mahal hits one Kalash on Sunday, he'll pick up the biggest win of his career? I don't think so, mate. It's not as if Roman Reigns has kicked out of 7 million F5s in his last 2 singles matches against Brock Lesnar or anything. And now it's time for this.
Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Hello and welcome to Wankety Wank, the section of WTF moments where, just like on Blankety Blank, where they fill in the blanks of sexual wank, Pheasant watches a WWE show, tweets me with a WTF moment I've missed, and filled in my blanks, and I give him all the credit because I'm a wholesome boy. In what is the first of 3 wanks during the course of this episode of WTF moments, Jesus Christ, our bollocks are going to look like razors by the end of this, thanks to Big Tony for his Greek mythology things. Let's go twos up on this banjo with a double wank.
Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Welcome back to Wankety Wank. I'm not going to explain how this works because I've just done that, and thank you to Tebera, or Tabara, I do apologise, for their musical-based trivia. And next up we have Jonathan Coachman calling John Mayer a hip-hop artist. Ah yes, because as we all know, the chorus to Your Body is a Wonderland goes, "Oh shorty, your body is so naughty. You make my consensual penis dance like it's 40. Let's go down to Pop World and do something sporty. Your body is a wonderland." Well, now it screams Riott like litter in the backstage area and cutting Baron Corbin's tie. WWE, look up what Riott means, please. So Corey Graves claims that Ruby Riott, who of course is the leader of a little trio called the Riott Squad, has a DIY mentality, do it yourself. Oh, have an over-reliance on two of your pals because since you've debuted on the main roster, you've proved you can't do anything of note by your bloody self. Now against Ruby, of course, I think she's absolutely fantastic. It's just that WWE have booked her as the exact opposite thing to whatever do-it-yourself is. Do it with your pals. Ah, see you there, WWE using footage from the WrestleMania 32 Intercontinental Championship ladder match to promote Money in the Bank. I don't know why this matters whatsoever, but all the same. Well, now it says a Riott like drawing on another human being with a crayon like a child. Once again, WWE, please look up the meaning of Riott. Who the hell does she think she is, like Bruce Almighty? Ping. Is this how Ronda Rousey stays ripe looking like this backstage, standing still, motionless, looking at the floor? Then when the red light comes on, she puts her jacket on like a normal human being. I think somebody missed their cue. No, Michael, Jonathan Coachman did not say that Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship was the biggest match in the history of the Raw Women's Championship. He said one of the biggest nights. Massive difference. He's right, you're wrong, which means I don't know why I've made this a WTF moment, because Michael Cole being wrong isn't really a WTF moment anymore. Oh God, Nia Jax called Lady Balls a businesswoman who competes part-time, and even though this is 100% true, you're absolutely buggered, pal. Enjoy hell. At least Alexa's there, so you'll have some company. So everybody in this segment was going on as if Ronda Rousey's only had one WWE match, and that is all kinds of Pete Tong. We know that she was on a house show in a far foreign land, which means she's had at least two, and two is twice as much as one. Massive difference. Back to Nia Jax once again, and she claimed that hair pulling is allowed in WWE, but not allowed in UFC. We all know this is absolutely Pete Tong, of course, because every time somebody does it, the referee counts to 5. It's random, I know. Why did the ring bell when Nia Jax tapped out? It was as if there was a match going on. It wasn't as if Ronda Rousey wouldn't let go of the armbar, which means the ring bell man has to ring the bell incessantly, otherwise it won't stop. Maybe it was a sign from the heavens above that everybody watching last night's Raw were calling time on last night's Raw because they'd had a bloody nuff. Yeah. Hello, Fat Finn, my old friend. Obstacle course. This is a thing that happened. Why did it have to happen? I don't know. But if anything, it served to be a fitting metaphor for watching WWE Raw in 2018. Only if there wasn't a former military animal doing the obstacle course with ease, but somebody like me not even being able to lift the tyres right at the bloody start. Also, it's shocking to me that Sami Zayn owns an obstacle course and can bring it down from Canada with them. I honestly don't know what to say about this.
Wankety wank.
It's time for the third wank. Smut.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
There's certainly no giving a ladder, Corey Graves says 1 week after a ladder quite literally gave way like his Twitter game did over the weekend. I'll fight you, Corey. And we end on a wholesome note. Here is James, son of Andrew. Thank you for watching this episode of WTF Moments. Thank you for being a sexual wank pheasant. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm going to do something really funny. Laughing dog!
If you want to follow me on the Twitter machine, it's at RossOnRast. And if you like what we do here at Cultaholic.com, it's patreon.com/Cultaholic. Anything you can afford to give us will be greatly appreciated. But most importantly of all, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and join us in every form of social media, apart from a trip to the cinema with your friends.